start where you are and meet yourself where you're at. And I know what you're thinking right away. Well, how else would I start? Where else would I start? That's such an obvious piece of advice. Nothing new, nothing special, nothing transformative. Well, let me ask you this. If you were really meeting yourself where you're at, if you were really starting where you are, wouldn't you right now be on a streak of consistently showing up for yourself? Wouldn't you have made way more progress on your pursuits? I'm willing to make that claim, that if you really internalized the quote-unquote basic advice of starting where you are, you would have progressed way more up until this point. But I'm not trying here to invoke regret and self-shame and self-judgment towards the fact that you haven't progressed as much as you wanted or as much as you thought you would. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to point out the fact that this quote-unquote basic advice, once again, needs to be internalized truly and then lived or lived out, not just rationally understood, briefly acknowledged, but never put into practice. How do you start where you are? First, you realize that there is nothing impressive in ambition that isn't serving you. What do I mean by this? I mean ambition that doesn't help you to get going. What type of ambition is that, you're asking? It's the ambition that asks you to be at your best right now, to do your best right now, or to do better than what your current best is, to become overnight the best version of yourself, is the type of ambition that says good enough is not good enough. Is the type of ambition that says we don't have time to build our capacity. We have to show up as our highest version today, not tomorrow, not in a month after showing up consistently and building skill and capacity. We have to be our peak self today. That type of ambition. There is nothing impressive about it. There's nothing cool about it. That's not real ambition. Real ambition is slow and steady work, because that's actually the more difficult path. The more difficult path is slow and steady work for months and years to come. But this grandiose ambition that requires insane output today and tomorrow, but then allows for the excuse to not show up a week from now because I just can't do it. My desires and ambitions and goals are way higher than my capacities, then I can quit, and I have this grandiose excuse to quit. That's an easier path. That's initially more intense, that's initially more impressive, more cool, but it is easier. It is easier because you for sure will not be showing up consistently for years to come in that way. Well, then by default it's easier because overall you will put in less effort. So the more difficult path, but also the more realistic path, also the more sustainable path, also the more fulfilling path is slow and steady work. That's the realistic, grounded ambition that allows you and even encourages you to start where you are and to meet yourself where you're at. And here is how you can approach it. Ask yourself this question. If I was my own mentor, my own coach, my own older brother or sister, my more mature best friend or more experienced best friend, how would I treat myself, or how would I assist myself in the pursuit of my goals today and tomorrow and the next day and the next day? What are the expectations that I would place on myself? What are the words of encouragement that I would give to myself? What are the mistakes that I would try to warn myself about? And how would I speak to myself and treat myself when I don't show up on the level that I would want to? Answer these questions and see what it really means to meet yourself where you're at. Because I know, as a mentor, a coach, a friend, in some cases a more experienced friend, in some cases a friend that maybe isn't more mature in the overall all aspects of life, but is more mature in pursuit of specific goals. From those positions, I know how I approach the people that I'm helping. I'm not only allowing them to start where they are, I'm requesting them. I'm not allowing them to move forward until they meet themselves where they are, which means acknowledge your current skills, capacities, lifestyle, external circumstances, other obligations and responsibilities that are influencing your capacity to show up. Acknowledge all of these things, acknowledge the current situation, see what is the realistic but also challenging level that you can show up at consistently. And when you're not able to meet the level that you would want to show up at, you, or in this case, if I'm speaking to those people, you are acknowledging that the only mission is to keep moving forward. So there is zero need and zero relevance in dwelling on the fact or judging the fact that we haven't showed up in this particular day on the level that we wanted, that we haven't showed up for this particular activity on the level that we wanted. Zero relevance in that judgment and dwelling, zero need for that judgment and dwelling, zero use in that judgment and dwelling. Why don't we treat ourselves the same? Why don't you have a moment of reflection and think how would you really help someone that you cared for? Again, if you were a mentor, a coach, older brother or sister, more experienced or more mature friend, good friend, genuine friend, caring friend. I'm not expecting you that throughout your journey you can and should be the only support to yourself and for yourself. But to just get going, to just get started, try to have this type of conversation with yourself and to meet yourself where you are, to start where you are by setting expectations that are aligned with your current reality, by preparing for words of encouragement that are going to be needed on the journey, by preparing for how to deal with obstacles that you might meet, and knowing that self-judgment and self-shaming, different from constructive self-criticism, will not contribute to your journey. Lastly, grandiose ambition isn't real ambition. Grandiose ambition isn't cool, isn't impressive, isn't a sustainable source of fuel for the long-term game. Real grounded ambition asks of you to start where you are, start with what you've got in terms of inner resources and external circumstances, and encourages you to prioritize forward movement and momentum that comes out of forward movement, which is also a result of consistency, to prioritize that over short-term external results, always. Up until the point where you've gained so much momentum and confidence and consistency where you can generally pursue some insanely impressive goals without doubting, even for a moment, that you will be able to continue showing up. You'll get there. But for now, let's focus on forward movement, momentum, and consistency, all of which cannot be separated from each other. As always, stay strong, love life, never feel sorry for yourself, prioritize momentum over results, light that raging fire in your heart, and always go beyond. Thank you.